So look. It's a fascinating spectacle that we call the Champions League. So we have another question here. Eli Anthony Gemayel, he asks, can you see an upset in the Champions League as it will be a one-off, one-match tie? You see? Same thing I was talking about. And if I go back to the tie right now, all the ties, we could only start from the round of 16 right about now. So, look, Napoli, 1-1 against Barcelona. If Napoli get past Barcelona, I think that would be an upset. Lyon leading 1-0. 1-0 against Juventus. Lyon do it in the second leg. It would be an upset. So those are the potential upsets that I think could actually happen still. If Real get past City, that won't be an upset. They won the Champions League 4 times in 5 years. If the likes of Chelsea get past Bayern, that could be an upset because overturning a deficit like that, a 3-0 deficit, that'll definitely be an upset. But if we move to the quarterfinals, Leipzig, if they get past Atletico Madrid, oh man, that would be one of the biggest upsets ever in Champions League history. Atalanta against PSG without a Mbappe, oh man, I don't know if Mbappe is going to get fit enough for that match, but what an upset that would be. And Atalanta, they're capable of it. They're capable of this, man, I'm telling you. I got to make videos, separate videos talking about each Champions League ties, but look, man. Ademola, look, man. Listen. And he plays for Leipzig too, so yeah, I think he's at Leipzig. Look, man. We're in for a hell of a ride. Let's just say that. So those are the potential upsets that could actually happen. But you know what we know? This is what we know. Leipzig or Atalanta could actually be in the final, I think. They could actually make the final. Because if you have quarterfinal 2 versus quarterfinal 4, you could actually have a Leipzig versus Atalanta or Leipzig versus PSG. You see what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming at. So, if we know for sure, this is what we know for sure. We know for sure that one of Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, or PSG is going to be in the final. And that's fascinating in itself. We know one of these teams are going to be in the final. Oh, man, doesn't that get you excited? That definitely have to get you excited. Is this PSG's year to win the Champions League? I don't know. Is this Atletico Madrid's year to win it? Or are they going to be bridesmaids again? I don't know. So, look, man, look, man. Ademola, look, man. Oh, it's exciting stuff. Whether City win it or whether whoever wins it is going to be big for their season. It's going to be huge. Barcelona win it. They didn't win La Liga, so it'll be big. Real Madrid wins it. It'll be big for them because look, man. They won La Liga. They could cap it off with a Champions League. It'll be big for them. Leipzig do it. Atletico Madrid do it. Atalanta do it. PSG, it will be big. City, first time. Napoli, first time. Juventus, first time in 20 years. Cristiano Ronaldo, 22 plus years or so. It'll be big. Lyon, first time since early 90s. I think, no, that was Marseille that won it. It's not Lyon. So, first time. I might be mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But who else is in it? Bayern Munich could be a trouble. So, look. It's nice. Chelsea, if the managers, manage to just come back from the dead, it'll be big. So, look. It's a fascinating spectacle that we call the Champions League. So great questions, people. Great questions, man. On to the next one. 8744. What's your favorite quote, advice someone has given you? Favorite quote or advice? Well, Look, one of the best advice. Let me tell you the best advice someone actually gave me. It happened like 8 years ago. I had a car that I was paying for still. I was paying $450 a month for the car. Like when I got the car, I was really young. I think at that time I was 20 years old. I wanted a new car. I went to the dealership. I got a car. I didn't know anything about interest rates or whatnot. I got the car, high interest rate. I made a down payment. I didn't think I put down a lot of money, but I put down a couple thousands, but not enough to really eat up the payments. But I was paying $450 a month plus insurance. So I was paying, basically all the money I made as a 20-year-old was going back into the car. And it kind of hampered me for 3 years. But then I met this professor and he said, Dominic, you need to go to the bank. Get a person. I had owed $7,000 on the car. I had $7,000 left. And it was crippling me. It was a crippling bill. He said, go to the bank. Tell them I sent you. Join this credit union. Get a personal loan. I got the personal loan. It was a lower interest rate. It was a new deal, basically. And I had to only pay $150 a month. So it freed up $300. Ever since then, guys, I was much better with money. That guy helped me a lot. So that answers that question. I don't even need to go deeper into details. I still have that car and I'm looking into getting a new car. It's overdue. 11 years since I've actually upgraded my car. I need a bigger vehicle. So it helped me. Now I go into that, I'm going to be wiser, smarter, better, stronger. Vehicle is going to be faster too. So that's some of the best advice, man. Some of the best advice. If you're not sure, ask somebody who knows. Ask somebody experienced. They help you. So, next question. Javay O'Hara. And Javay O'Hara asks, has Liverpool been that good or has everyone else been poor? Great question. Absolutely fantastic question. I think it's a mixture of both. Because if you look at the table, where City, we managed to get 81 points for the season. 81, you know. Remember the last 2 seasons, City got 98 and 100 points. Come on. And I think the season before, Pep only got like 78. So look, for them to get 99 points, and I'm actually happy that they didn't beat the record of the biggest margin that we give United, 19 points. This was actually 18, so whoo. And I'm glad that Liverpool didn't get 100 points. Like, whoo. Couldn't shut up the Liverpool fans. But, look, was Liverpool that good or the other teams were that bad? I think Liverpool were that good and the other teams were that bad. I think it's a mixture of both. Because there were times when Liverpool just snatched victory out the jaws of defeat, snatched victory out the jaws of a draw. You know, so you got to give it to them, man. Last minute goals, late goals, early goal, keeping the lead. They have just been a fantastic team. You have to give it to them. You got to give it to them. You can't take anything away from them. Their form at the back end of the season, very sketchy. They end up losing 3 times. Very, very sketchy, which is a lot. They're still unbeaten at home for the last 3 seasons, which is sick, mental, out of this world. So they have been very good. And if you could make your home ground a fortress, come on, man. Come on. Look at Southampton. They can't do anything. They're not doing anything at home, really. So if you could make your home ground a fortress, kudos to you. Liverpool have been very, 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 very good in the league. Maybe not in the Champions League. Maybe not in the Carabao Cup. Maybe not in the FA Cup. Maybe not in the Community Shield. But Club World Cup they won, and they won the league. They won the UEFA Super Cup. So they won 3 things. And they won the Champions League last season. So in the space of 18 months, they have won quite a lot. Let's say let's narrow it down to 14 months. They have won quite a lot. The other teams, on the other hand, City, underwhelmed. Injuries have been a contributing factor. Maybe a lot of other things, players not stepping up. Maybe Pep Guardiola's philosophy and his tactics are stale. Maybe that needs a refresh. The other clubs, man, look, 60-something points max is simply poor. Liverpool placed 4th when City got 100 points with 75 points. So if teams are placing 4th with 60-something points, that's poor. Like, come on. If City are going to get 2nd and still beat the other teams by 15 points, it's poor. The other teams in the league have been poor. Some may say they have been good. It's been the best season for a lot of teams, a Sheffield, a Wolves, a Burnley, like a Brighton and Newcastle. These teams have been, reasonably okay. But overall, poor in the grand scheme of things, comparing to Liverpool, who has been absolutely fantastic this season. So props to Jurgen Klopp, Jordan Henderson, Van Dijk, Alisson, and all the boys there at Liverpool, Mane, Salah, Firmino, you name it. They have been absolutely fantastic this season. Well-deserved first Premier League title after 30 years. Round of applause to Liverpool, man. Round of applause. Round of applause to them. They deserve it. They do deserve it. The other teams were poor, and Liverpool were freaking great. Great question. Great question. So let me move on to the next question. This has been a fun Q&A, though. It has been a fun Q&A. Oh, I had to change my battery there. All right, cap flip. Had to change my batteries there. So pardon the interruption and the delay. I know you're loving this right now, but pardon me. Pardon me. Next question. We got questions here from Prosper Dedun. And he asked, how does your daughter Cassidy feel predicting the Premier League top 3 so far? Every time I remind her of it, she's like smiling and giggling. She did a great job. I don't know how she did it, but she did a freaking great job predicting that Liverpool would come in second, City would come in, well, not second. What am I saying? Liverpool would win the league. Maybe that's for next season. And City would come in second. I don't remember who she predicted would come third, but all I know, she did predict Liverpool to win it and City to come in second. My other daughter, Melanie, predicted City to win it, Liverpool to come. I don't know if they actually, conspired to come up with this and came up with this predictions, but that was good. That was good. That was good by the girls. Second question. What gave you the idea to start this channel, or how did the channel come about? Well, I didn't even have an idea to do this. It's just that I had those same 2 girls in the car, picked them up from school because they don't live with me. So at that time, I picked them up from school, both of them, bring them to the house, we chill, then I drop them back to their houses. So I pick one daughter up, pick the second daughter up, and during that time, I'm watching the Champions League match between Barcelona and PSG. The infamous, the famed second leg match where PSG had a 4-0 advantage coming into that game and blew it. It was the biggest game I've seen. One of the most dramatic games. They defeated PSG 6-1. Insane. That was when Neymar was at Barcelona too. That was insane. So with the magnitude of the whole event, I took out the phone and I'm like, I had the phone in the windshield or something on a holder. And I just started talking about the game, and they put out the video, and the video is getting like so views. I'm like, whoa, 10,000, 9,000. I'm like, whoa, I got to do this some more. And that's why I started talking more about the games I was actually watching, because I used to watch the Champions League, but I never spoke about them. I never talked about football ever in my life before with anybody. And I just started doing it on a channel, and I got better and better as time went by, and here I am today, 3 years later, still doing my damn thing. And that's how the channel came about. I didn't have an idea, but that's how the channel came about. So, 3, do you see Wickham being promoted to the Premier League next season? That's a great question, but Wickham Wanderers, who gained their first ever promotion to the Championship this season with guys like Akinfenwa, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Wickham Wanderers should actually aim and try their best to stay in the Championship, to help them financially and just to help them as a club, to just be a Championship club and not a lower league club. So it's a big achievement. I actually watched the match. I watched the playoff final, the whole thing. I made a video talking about it, everything. So you could go out and check. You could go on and check that video out. But I do not think that Wickham Wanderers would gain promotion to the Premier League next season. If it happens, it would be one of the biggest things ever. It would be big. I know Bournemouth has came through the ranks and Burnley and these teams, but still, Wycombe Wanderers, Premier League club, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. But you never know. Who knows? They could have a financial takeover. They could bring in players, and who knows? They could be in the Premier League next season. So we don't know. But those are some great questions, Prosper. Appreciate it. Next up, we have Nikola Raduljovic, and he asks, do you watch any of the football parody cartoons on YouTube, like 4 Tunes or The Champions? Short answer, no, I don't. I've seen them, but I'm not a big fan of these. I don't know why. I like cartoons and stuff, but just not a big. I never got into it. So, I'm not judging anyone who watch that type of content or anything, or who enjoy that type of content, but I'm just not a big fan of 4 Tunes. Seriously. Nothing against them. Nothing against cartoons. Nothing against football parodies or anything. But it's just not my cup of tea. Is it your cup of tea? Guys, let me know if you like 4 Tunes or cartoon parodies in the comment section down below. Next question we have from AVJ123, the Club America fan. And he asked, with City not getting banned from the UCL and Man United plus Chelsea spending big in the summer transfer window, do you think the opportunity for other clubs, Sheffield and Wolves, to get into the Champions League have been diminished for next season? Look, Sheffield and Wolves struggled to get even European football this season, and Sheffield ultimately missing out, and Wolves could ultimately miss out too if Arsenal wins the FA Cup. Wolves could only go into European Europa League qualifiers if Chelsea win the FA Cup, by the way. Wolves could win the Europa League, they're still in it, and qualify for the Champions League. So it's all in their hands. Look, man, you do what you have to do and don't depend on what the other teams do. You depend on what you just do what you have to do. You make your signings, you do smart business, you play your football, talk on the field, and beat these teams. They're always going to try to improve. They are the bigger clubs, prestigiously. They are the richer clubs. They're going to do what they have to do to stay up on their perches. So teams like Sheffield and Wolves, they just need to continue doing what they do. And who knows, hope for the best. Hope that City, well, maybe not City, but United and the Arsenals and the Tottenhams and the less than these teams, they're not as successful as they were this season and in the past seasons for them to actually pick up European football. But it's a very, very difficult task. It's very, very difficult. It's been the same bunch of teams getting Champions League and Europa League for the last 5 or 6 seasons or so. Go back, do your research, and you see exactly what I'm talking about. But it's going to be hard to topple these teams. It's going to be hard to dislodge a City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United, Tottenham, Arsenal, maybe not Arsenal, in the future. So, great question, AVJ, man. Great question. Great question. So, definitely, the UCL and the Europa League chances diminished to big time. Big time.